Yeah, well, of course, on our blue side, we're going to have Meltix in the top lane, Cochise in the jungle, Master Merkinen on his fabled Ziggs in the mid lane there, Tomblade on Jinx as our AD carry, and Sapphire on his massive Morgana. This guy is a dark binding magician.
He is. It's probably one of his best supports, to be honest with you.
Yes, he's brilliant. Whereas over on our red side, we're going to have Jaren in the top lane on that Quinn, which is not something we normally see up there. Crucius is going to be in the jungle on Maokai. Jims is going to be on that LeBlanc in the mid lane, and Lute and Akinar are going to be on our AD and support. So it's going to be very exciting. Of course, a little bit more standard in the bottom lane for both of these teams, whereas things changing up a little bit in the jungle and top lane. So hopefully we'll see some exciting action. I
mean, it's worth noting already that there are fairly standard picks across most of the board. The map is still the same map, same Summoner's Rift you love, essentially. So all your favorite picks, all your favorite champions should still be viable.
Yeah, and as we can see in this bottom side red jungle, it seems a lot more green and vibrant.
As we have a bit of a misward there by, I believe it was Lute trying to get it in the brush but missed. But it still does reveal the position.
Yeah. You know. And the Scar Award still exists.
It does. I didn't want to say it, but yes, he did put one of those. But it was only his 30 seconds. We're about to see the blue buff spawning here in about 20 seconds' time. I think it looks like both teams are going to be going for their blue as Momo heads over to his blue side jungle. And the timing's all still the same, of course. So 155 for the jungle creep. See Crucius there starting to lay those saplings so they do explode when he does spawn. And we're going to see the animation pop out in a second here. It actually starts a little bit before he goes active, so that at 155, boom, he does go active.
So so the spawn time is going to be exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
It's just going to have a cool little precursor.
Exactly. So he'll jump in for like 1 second beforehand, but you won't be able to target him during that. And so everything you know about the map as far as timing stays exactly the same. Something, a cool little extra for those jungle creeps.
Yeah, and Cochise around here, and it seems. This blue side of the map here on of course, the blue side is sort of has this mushroomy vibe to it.
Yeah, we've got actually here Cochise taking out the wolves. I don't know if you noticed it, but we'd have Baron jumping, Dragon jumping in, sorry, as well. But we did have those wolves. They were sort of a bit passive before he got there, and then when he got there, they sort of woke up and were like, "Oh, Momo's here. Let's get ready to fight him." And they did fight him, and they did unfortunately lose their fight.
Yes, they are generally going to do that. Momo pretty good in the jungle. I do here.
Got Jim's here in the middle against Merkinen. Ziggs is really good. Yep. Oh, here we go. The new red buff. Cochise taking that out. Same timing. It's the same difficulty as well. So you're not taking your buffs in any different order. You can see that Cochise getting his level 3 off that, just like he always would.
Yeah, Crucius is going to be taking his as well. So both of our junglers now moving from the jungle. It's actually going to be Cochise taking his Wraiths, where we've got Crucius maybe putting a gank up here in the middle lane. See whether Merkinen is going to be okay. Sapling does come down. Nice Wizard Defense. Massive under the tower. Mirko trying to get some damage back there as well. Ooh, nice bouncing bomb. Does actually manage to get the decoy out of Jims. But Crucius didn't know he was going on such a ride there.
He dived quite far in, and I think both those mid lane, they quite low. That passive being popped there by LeBlanc as well, which is, I guess, quite handy. But I think Merkinen's going to have a bit of an easier time in the mid lane.
Yeah, he's feeling a bit more safe down there as that does come through. Oh, Dark Binding was dodged out of the way there a little bit as these double golems are going to be taken.
Yep, exactly. They are called the Krugs, so they're getting taken. You see them there in their passive form, they look just like rocks. And then as you get close and engage them, they do wake up and they have legs and they do attack you. So they look passive, look like rocks, and then suddenly you're like fighting these creatures.
Yeah, it seems all of a sudden the maps come alive with these new jungle creeps.
Exactly. But still the same old lanes here. You see the Sepha Tomblade duo lane there pushing back this Akinar lane.
Oh, and a nice zap comes down as well. Tomblade really knows how to land these ones.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. So Lute's main is actually Ezreal. He does play a lot of that, so he's trying out a bit of the Lucian now, which is very interesting. But
yeah, he mentioned to me just the other day actually that he's discovered Lucian and thought this guy's really, really strong. We've seen, especially in the Oceanic scene, that Lucian has been almost the pick of picks just recently. So Lute getting on that bandwagon, I believe.
Yep, we do have Cochise here, sort of setting up for a gank here. He's coming through. I don't know if he's going to go in. He's sort of half decisive here. He's going to back out there. So
yeah, we haven't seen much of Quinn just recently, but Volt does make her very, very slippery. He's very good at creating distance between her opponents while still doing a little bit of damage back. Dark Binding is going to hit a creep, and Lute going to just grab a little bit of a shield there. Akinar needs to be a little bit careful though, because he's completely out of mana. He's not going to be able to offer too much support here to his AD carry Lute.
Exactly. Sepha's still got half a bar. He just throws down the spell there, but he's still got a bit of mana. He's still got his bindings out, so they're going to keep pushing this back, I believe. You see Dark Binding, they're landing there on Loot. A lot of damage. There's Zap coming through. Loot is super low.
Yeah, and it's a really nice combination of abilities landed during the bottom lane as well. And we were harping on about the fact that Sepha's, his favorite champion is this Morgana, and he's not disappointing right now.
Absolutely. We've got Garen in the top lane. It might seem weird him playing Quinn there, but Quinn is actually one of his more favorite champions. He loves playing it, and I mean, I guess it does make sense in the top lane these days, so nothing unusual there.
Yeah, I actually really like the Quinn top lane as well. Just for something a little bit different. Absolutely. We'll see how he does go towards the later ends of this game, because of course, Renekton not known to scale too far, and so far, Jaren is actually doing fantastically here up against the Crocodile.
Got the Razor Bigs here. This is the new sort of updated race.
Yep.
So race didn't really make that much sense in this map. It's more of a foresty map, and they're more of like a spooky map that you'd see on Twisted Treeline. So now they're Razor Beaks, and they thematically fit more. As far as the mobs are concerned, they're exactly the same. They still work the same, they still have the same health, do the same damage, but they fit more with the current map, I think.
Yeah, and we saw where the white used to be as well. There's a new jungle creep there as well.
Yes, though there is the new creep. I might be able to see it in a second here. But yeah, he's called a Gromp. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But he works exactly the same as the old white does, so the large one at least. So.
And it seems to have really clarified between Wraiths and the white. Of course, there was a little bit of confusion there, but now definitely nowhere near the same as those Wraiths.
Absolutely. And I mean, they are updated. They look different, but they still function the same as far as gameplay goes. To have here, Garen doing a nice poke damage here on Meltix as he does disengage, although he did take quite a lot from him.
Yeah, and Meltix now with that Chain Vest as well, really able to soak up a lot of damage coming out of Jaren here.
Yep, Tomblade and Seph are still poking back here. Akinar's sort of on half health there, but she has got some of her mana back, so she might be able to poke. Oh, there's a great little chompers there.
Yeah, the chompers and zap combos coming out of Tomblade are fantastic so
Absolutely.
far. Whereas in the bottom lane, we do have 42 CS here to 30, so those zaps and chompers that we're talking about definitely paying off here with a 12 CS advantage.
I think like Sepher is doing like tons of work here in this bot lane. He is just zoning these two so much, and you can see it. Like Tomblade is still able to poke down these two guys, yet he's still getting more CS. So he's able to poke and CS better than Loot is able to CS trying to dodge these abilities.
Yeah, he's really doing well, making sure he's putting on the pressure whilst still managing to keep the farm up. As we can see, using that Gatling gun to full effect.
Absolutely. It's still a bit of a passive game from these guys. It's kind of a little bit surprising, I've got to say. Riders are generally pretty ham.
Yeah,
maybe
pretty
I'm describing
bloodthirsty.
There, so
Yep.
Yeah, we might see that later.
Yeah, you're not in this game, Benji.
I'm not
We
in
don't
this
have
game, no.
Jace just to the skies into every single fight.
No, I'm good at diving to that second turret at level 5. Level 5, yeah, it's great. Jim's doing some nice poke here. Now, Merkin, you got to be careful of him. Although Momo is coming in here. Is he going to gank? Or is he just
Yeah, are we going to have the bandage toss to come in?
No, well, looks like Jim's is just backing off, and that
He's
opportunity
hanging around on the right side of the map too, even without... Oh, he's might... There it is.
He's going to try for it?
Oh, he spots him.
Wow. Okay. Oh, he does land that. Actually, wow, he's caught. Curse of Sad Mummy coming down.
Yeah, there's the flash actually as well. First Blood coming in with a brilliant combo of the bouncing bomb and then the short fuse as well. In the bottom lane as well, we have a big fight coming down. Crucius really wants to get something happening. That ultimate not going to be doing too much. Tomblade taking a lot of damage as well. The zap comes down, and they're going to be fine there.
Yep, they did get those two low though, so Loot and Akinar can push back now and maybe catch back up in CS a bit. But they don't have much mana, so maybe they both might need to back here, but Tomblade still has a little bit of mana, still able to clear out those waves pretty quickly.
Yep, even has enough for a cheeky little zap there. And I think they're probably going to head back to base at this stage. Our top lane is very, very even.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, it is known as more of the farm lane, and with Renekton and Quinn, I mean, it kind of isn't so much that. And they do have a nice view out here, as you can see. There's more to Summoner's Rift out that way.
Yeah,
so
that looks fantastic.
a nice view for those top laners there, but Merkin's caught here, actually.
Yeah, it does land a really nice ethereal chains. Jims just knows that he's got this kill in the bag. Cool guys don't look at explosions. That ignite is going to tick down and take him. So they're 1 for 1 now in the middle lane as well. So
bit of
exciting
a fair fight
action.
That makes me a little bit worried for Master Merkinen. He is up in CS quite a bit, and he's able to buy, actually. But the last kill he got, it was a 2v1. That was a 1v1, and Jims came back. So he's got to... I don't know, hopefully with his buy, he might be able to bounce back. But Meltix going in.
Yeah, Meltix does actually manage to get the stun down as well as his Q, but it's just going to be the combo, and then he's going to get the heck out of there.
Oh, here comes Cochise. He does land that.
Nice
wow.
bandage toss. Ethereal Chains is going to land in response, though. Cochise has not much of a follow-up here.
Yeah, he's going to back out there. Doesn't take much damage. He's pretty tanky, that Amumu. But,
yeah.
Going to head over to his wolves. They do pop up. They see him approach there, and yeah, he's going to take them out.
Yeah, the wolves with their cute little cave.
Exactly. And yeah, they've got a cave now instead of a hut. That's a small little update that's happened. So bit matches more what they are, to be honest with you. Actually, Merkinen just takes out gyms there.
Yeah, 1v1 as well.
Yep, didn't get to catch that, but that's all right. Crucia's coming in. Oh, that's a twisted advance in.
Yeah, another massive range twisted advance there as well. Jaren actually flashes forward for this one. Meltic's forced to flash. It is going to be able to get out of there. Coachie's here to lend a hand as well.
Yeah, it wasn't much communication there between Garen and Crucius there. Sort of Crucius went in and Garen was like, not really going in. So those guys need to improve that fully into this game.
Yeah, and another thing I'd like to mention is the fact that the lanes look a little bit wider here. Is that a conscious decision on this map?
The maps are actually the same size. I think once you clean up the map a little bit and make it and give it the new updated graphic, it looks bigger. But as far as the actual size goes, it is still the exact same size as the current Summoner's Rift.
That is fantastic because it just looks like you know where all the champions are and you can focus on the plays being made rather than the size.
It's like if you go home and clean up your room, it makes you seem like you have a bigger room, but you didn't have a bigger room in the first place. So.
That's a fantastic analogy, Benji. As we do have the Soul Shackles coming down, Akanar is in a lot of trouble. Nice wild growth, but that's going to be a super mega death rocket to secure that kill.
Boom. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, Akanar was there and then unfortunately wasn't as well. Crucius now walking in. Oh, nice ward timing here by Mirko. He's going to be able to spot him out. Cochise is going to make his way down to this bottom lane.
Yep, Cochise walking back and forth past Dragon there. Dragon actually looking at him. You can see his head turning as he walks past there. Do you see that?
Yeah, you can see. He notices.
Back to sleep now.
Yeah, back to sleep. No one here. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, there we go. He's back up again. He's like,
stop waking me up, Crucius.
Come on,
Cochise. Oh, my goodness.
Just wants to have a bit of a nap, that Dragon. He'll get woken up in a second. Actually, I think, is the blue team heading over there now? It might be, actually.
Yeah, I think Cochise actually wants to be able to take down this Dragon at this stage. Does get a little bit of a knockback here. So, Dragon now with a few new moves.
So, wait, when she jumps up, she does knock back a Mumu, and that's just when you aggro. And then she's got a couple of attacks. You can see that Victor-esque laser poking out there. And some new abilities, but still a relatively same skill, actually. The red team getting caught here.
Yeah, Kochi's managing to get the smite down, but he's going to pay for that one with his life. Nice exhaust onto Tomblade there, so Jinx in the thick of things. Jims is going to secure that kill with a brilliantly timed distortion. Glitterlance lands on Zephyr as well, but I think he's far enough away in order to secure his life. But Dragon for a kill, I think.
Dragon for two, actually.
2 kills. So you'd
I'm
almost debate that.
Well, it depends. With the 2 kills, you get a bit of extra gold on 2 guys that get the kills. With the Dragon Gold, everyone gets a rough amount. So I think it's fairly even, to be honest with you. But giving the map position now and being able to push down this mid turret might give the red team an advantage. Yeah,
they are getting some damage down here on these turrets. And the turrets have got a new look here as well.
They do. They've been updated with the new graphic. And they, like the Howling Abyss ones, they will break apart as you deal damage to them, which is you know, an update, I guess. But also the towers do look different from red to blue side. You'll see the red ones have more rounded pauldrons, whereas the blue ones have sharper edges.
So you can really identify between which team is which.
Exactly. So instead of both teams being identical, there are some minor differences here, although the damage they deal and gameplay-wise, they're still exactly mirrored.
Yeah, we do have the blue buff going down again. Jims is going to be trying to take that one. Akanar going to help him out there as well. He's going down quite low.
Oh, wow.
Don't worry about it here.
He does get them, though, which is, you know, normal in the end. He does leave those 2 smaller ones alive. Might have to come back and fight them a bit later here. He's a bit worried about his own health for now.
Yeah, he didn't want to get ganged up on there. Didn't want the 2v1 situation going on in his jungle, and he's going to go back to base and possibly finish off his Athene's Unholy Grail. No, just going to finish off that Phoenix Max. Oh, incredible bandage toss here by Cochise. Does get a tantrum out there as well, but Jaren with some nice follow-up damage now has a Brutalizer under his belt.
Wow, so Garrett going quite crazy with the damage there. When he gets away, his Quinn is very hard to catch. Actually, Loot here getting caught, but Chomp is just a little bit too short.
Yep, using the culling there just to clear out the wave, trying to get a little bit of damage down into Tomblade as well. That's going to keep him safe. And we do have Crucius there to offer his support as well. And Akanar now down here as well. So this bottom lane definitely going to be okay. On our red side, 3-3 is the kills, and the gold up by about 2,000 here for our blue side. So
yeah, so they've got the 1 tower, and that is the mid lane tower, I believe. And they also got the dragon about 2 or 3 minutes ago. So that's their advantage right now. Towers, you can get the money back. Dragons, you can't really get it back, but maybe you can get the next one when it spawns in a couple of minutes. We do have actually Baron here. Looks like he's about to come in. Here's his entry animation.
Goodness.
It's been updated, so now you kind of see him moving around the map before he explodes out. There you go. Bit
That's
cooler.
the new Baron. Looks like the one from the Twisted Fate video. Oh, Zephyr being taken down really low in this bottom lane. They are going to get a follow-up kill. Mirko is here, but Tomblade's down to 1 auto attack left. Crucius does not want to go in on that one, but 1 for 1 so far here in the bottom lane. But here's Cochise, wants to try and secure this one. As Zap comes through, not going to find its target. There's Mirko with the short fuse. Jims is here, wants to clean up, but is forced to actually go back to his original distortion. Now wants to get in here. Curse of the Sad Mummy's there, though, and he's going to go down. Mirko picks up the kill. Well played here by our blue side. 6-4 now.
Yeah, I think the passive pop there by Jinx when they got that kill kind of let her get away from Jims, who dived right in the middle of that. And, well, he didn't get that kill, and he got killed for himself. So Garen here getting chased down.
Yeah, does have Valor to me being popped. Ignite is going to tick, but last tick is going to be necessary, and not going to be enough to take him down. Meltic's now using that Dominus just to clear out this wave in between the turrets. And Jaren is forced to go back to base, but utilizing that ultimate to really make sure that he can get away from sticky situations.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's the thing with the Quinn ultimate. You can use it defensively to escape, but you can also use it offensively. And the fact that he use it defensively to escape means that he isn't going to be able to be aggressive with it for a little bit, at least until it comes back off cooldown. So we have Akana here and Sepha sort of maybe doing the ward battles or maybe just the runaway battles.
Yeah, warding around this dragon a little bit. And the terrain's changed a little bit, so it's not quite looking similar. Are the walls going to be the same thickness here as far as flashes and dashes are concerned?
Yep, if you can flash through a wall before the update, you should be able to flash through it now. So there's no crazy changes where you're going to jump into a game and suddenly this wall that you had this secret strategy to get away in is going to be thwarted. So no worries about that. It might look a bit updated, but it's still the same map.
Yep, so all of my practice flashing those difficult walls is still going to be worthwhile.
Still works. Yep. So we have Lucian Akana pushing back out here. This bottom lane has been...
it is the focus here a little bit, isn't it?
Look at that CS. Remember how far ahead Tomblade was earlier? Now it's a bit even.
Yeah, Lutz really managed to come back into this one. And even the an extra assist here compared to a kill on the side of Tomblade.
Oh, we got a big fight breaking out here in the bottom lane. We've got 7 people. 3v4, I believe, but I mean, the red team will have to dive if they want this.
Yeah, we'll see whether the red team make the dive. Nice catch here under the tower. Mega Inferno Bomb is going to secure that one. Mirko picks up that kill. And unfortunately, Akana just a little bit out of position. Jims is looking to try and get a little bit of damage down in response. But our blue side really liking their chances at this stage.
Yeah,
oh, there's another pick. Sepha's incredible on this Morgana. Does have the Soul Shackles there as well. Needs to get out. The Distortion is going to finish him off. Ignite goes down just cheekily onto Jims, but I don't think it's going to be able to secure any kills. And looks like our blue side's going to be able to get some pressure onto this tower.
Oh, that was sick poke.
Fantastic.
If they can get this pressure up, they should get the tower out of this. Although there is some good wave clear coming out here with Maokai's saplings. Maokai's not a champion you see much, but he still does decent damage.
He does, although now down very, very low on health and is going to go back to base and just heal himself back up there. So we've got Jims hanging out on his own, seeing whether he can stand true on this turret. Still relatively high in health.
I don't know if he wants to go in here. That's a bit of a risky move, if you ask me. But
yep.
We do have actually, I think it's Garen cycling down the bottom. He's left his top lane. He's done with it. Renekton's actually pushed to his second turret. Well, Meltix has at least. But maybe Garen can make some plays here.
Yeah, it does. Ooh, pop his W there just for a little bit of vision. Make sure that both of the members are still there. Has actually popped his ultimate here in the bottom lane as Meltix is taking down this inner turret in the top lane. Secures that kill with the ultimate. The execute damage there being fantastic.
Didn't quite see that one, but, you know, Mirko was trying to back there, and Garen just sort of caught him a little bit unaware, perhaps. And Luke's going in.
Yeah, Dark Binding does land to stop that assault. Oh, Bandage Toss sort of goes through Loot here. Curse of the Sad Mummy unfortunately doesn't make it in. Exhaust was popped. Brilliant zap just to secure that kill. Cochise does pick up that kill. Which is good because, you know, he missed the Curse of the Sad Mummy. He was feeling a bit upset. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. It's still got the kill in the end. It's all fine.
And it's thematically correct as well because he's the sad mummy. Yeah. It was a bit sad that he missed that one and manages to tantrum his way into the kill.
He's going to watch the VOD later and be like, man, I can't believe he caught that one.
Anyway, be a bit sad about it.
That's how it's going to go down. And they're going to move on and Dragon is back up. So they might try and make a play for that perhaps.
Yeah, well, they are pinging down onto it. And of course, that rotation from the outer turret in the bottom lane to that dragon is one that's fairly common these days. Bandage Toss going to get Cochise in there, gets knocked back instantly.
Yep. And there comes the damage out here. I mean, Dragon still, like, obviously has some updated attacks, but it's still the same Dragon. It's not going to be crazy difficult. You're not waiting, like, later in the game to kill him. You still take him at similar times, and he still gives you the same gold.
Yeah, and he's got a slightly different health bar here as well.
Yep, so it's a bit more clearer as to, like, the health number being on top of the head makes it a bit easier for junglers to see what health. They still need to press that smite button, of course.
Yep.
Instead of, it's just the changes, instead of looking in the bottom left of your screen, you can look in the middle.
Yeah, so you can still see what's going on.
Exactly.
unfortunately getting ganked or something while you're having a look at the bottom side of the screen. That being said, I think that that's an issue that I have almost on my own because I struggle to look at more bits of the screen than I should be. Meltix is still back in this top lane though, just wanting to get as much effort down, and we do have a flash forced here from Sepha. Tomblade now in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. Loot with that light slinger is going to be able to secure that one. No minions are here though, so our red team unable to really dive under this turret and secure yet another kill. But that's 4 members down here, Benji.
Yeah, and well, I mean, Meltix, he has actually left top. He's coming towards mid, so maybe he's like, I can't really push that inhibitor turret. I'm going to maybe push this mid turret, but he's taken 2 top lane turrets now. And Garen's only just returned and hasn't taken his first one. So there is some good gold on the blue side right now, and I think Meltix has been key in securing that. Yeah,
Meltix is definitely farming a lot. I think he might need to start moving around the map and really asserting his dominance, just so that he can get a lot of the gold that's been funneled into him onto his teammates and really help his team forward. Because
it's all good to be up in gold, but unless you're in team fights contributing there, then it's essentially wasted. Anyone can push turrets down and kill them. Killing them 2 seconds faster isn't really that big a deal when you could be in team fights.
Yeah, and this Renekton is building mainly tank items as well, going for that Randuin's Omen after the Sunfire Cape with that Ninja Tabi as well. So he's going to really soak up a lot of damage that Jaren and Loot are going to be throwing out his way. So once he gets some magic resist as well, I mean, he's not going to worry too much about gyms either. So it's going to be when that Crocodile is going to be quite scary.
Yep. Back to the bot lane here, Loot. Keeping up in CS after his poor start. He's doing actually fairly well down there. Although I must say that that Tomblade with Jinx has got a lot of global gold from towers and from dragons. So a bit of mismatch there still, despite the gold being very close. You see there, Maokai taking out his red buff. As usual. And moving on. Razorbeaks might be next.
Yeah, and the Razorbeaks look fantastic.
And they're going to get taken out there by Crucius, I believe. And they're going to keep cycling around, clearing this jungle, getting their gold. Oh, Loot and Akinar are caught out here.
Yeah, there's the Soul Shackles coming down. Wild Growth actually used by Akinar onto herself, but he's going to fall down. Loot now with a culling in an interesting direction. He is going to pay for that one with his life. Mirko secures that with a bouncing bomb. And nice play here by our blue side. And Sepha has just been making plays on this Morgana.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said earlier in the game, it's probably one of his more favorite supports right now, and he's actually a support main, so I'm not surprised. Some players obviously in here aren't going to get the roles they like, as it's, 10 riders, and we don't always play together, but
that's true.
But I mean, those guys are doing quite well for themselves, and Sepha is actually kind of a very instrumental part of this team.
Yeah,
he's got 7 assists right now.
If I ever play against Sepha, I am banning Morgana.
You should.
Every single time.
Definitely ban Morgana against him. Oh, Garen coming in, but does get caught.
Yeah, flies straight into a Dark Binding with that extra movement speed that he does have.
Just going to fly out. Flap his wings like a bird.
Yeah, and as you can see, it's just with that Quinn ultimate, you can just move so fast. I think I like using it actually to get around the map rather than an actual tool to fight with. You get an attack speed buff, of course, but I think the movement speed buff out of combat is just ridiculous.
Yeah. We've got here Meltix moving through the jungle, past the Razorbeaks, and he's going to find Garen here, but I think Garen's the one that's going to have to back out of this one.
Yeah, Garen does not want to have anything to do with this tanky Crocodile.
Although with Loot there, they might be able to make something happen, but Master Merkin comes in and saves the day here for Meltix.
Oh, going in very, very far. Nice little alley-oop there with the bouncing bomb from the satchel charge.
That damage on Loot was actually quite crazy.
Yeah.
Loot has no magic resist I can't see, so yeah, he's going to be taking a lot of damage from Merkinen, who is actually 7-2 at this point in game.
Yeah, 7-2, has that Zhonya's Hourglass, and of course the Rabadon's Death Cap as well. Oh, Curse of the Sad Mummy does come down. Mega Inferno Bomb for gigantic damage. Cochise is going to be the one that finally secures the kill onto Akinar, but that was just so much straight out the gate, and Loot now has to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, Meltix with the big play coming down to get the stun. Loot's no longer in this world. It's now Crucius. He's getting caught up here a little bit by the Hexstep Minefield, but he's going to be okay, and Tomblade secures the turret here as well. Gets a bit excited after that one.
Yeah, that tower's going to go down. Oh, God, Crucius still. They're going to try and pick him off. Are they going to dive this one? Oh, there goes a Mumu.
Yeah, the zap comes down, and he does have the bandage toss, but he's just going to walk away. But a little bit too early. Sepha now trying to get the damage down here with the Soul Shackle, but not sure whether it's going to be too much. He's only a support Morgana. Meltix now very deep. He's going to pay for that one with his life. Cochise is trying to get in here as well, but in the meantime, the inhibitor does go down. Tomblade really making sure that he keeps his eye on the prize as Jims falls as well to a nice bouncing bomb coming out here from Mirko.
Yep. Got the minions coming in here as we do jump to the black part of the map. Turn Baron on there. There you go. Sorry about Fog of War, guys. But yeah, Baron could be a play they want to make here. Obviously, he is sitting there and waiting. He's been there since the 15-minute mark.
That was so close.
That was close. Crucius here looking for Cochise. And, oh, he's going to twist it advance in. He's going for it.
Yeah, Cochise taking a bit of damage here. The tree wanting to make sure that Cochise knows that it's his forest.
Yes. I mean, if you're in Maokai's forest, you've got to expect to get attacked. He's got all the friends in there.
That's exactly right. Akinai just looking to get some vision down here on the Baron. Does make sure he gets Ward over the edge.
Yep. Baron's still one of those creatures that you want to be careful around. You can throw at Baron, like always. We do have Dragon here spawning. Here's the spawn animation for him. He's going to jump down there. Now, the important thing to note is if you don't have vision of the Baron pit, you won't see that. So if you're up on the ledge and can't see down into the pit, you don't actually see that animation. So there's no gameplay change. You don't have to worry about any of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to be in the pit.
Or have vision of the pit at least. Yep. So Pink Wall going to get cleared there. That Dragon's going to take a bit of a nap whilst...
Yep, back to bed.
Yep, whilst he waits for one of the teams to come and fight over him at least. Seems to be a very contentious objective on these maps these days.
Yep, Crucius is going to be securing this blue buff. He might be giving it over to Jims, who is making his way up, but no, Crucius locks that one down for himself.
Yep, oh, they're going for Baron.
It is
the big one.
Yeah, so they see the red team down at that Dragon, but they decide, no, we're going to rotate through and pick up the big boss. And he looks like he's got a few different mechanics.
He does. He's got some skills that are more clearly defined. I think you saw a spit in the straight line previously, and you can see him doing some certain abilities. He's a bit clearer as far as what he does, and they do take the Baron here, the blue team, and Jims does barely escape there.
Yeah, forced to use that flash over
the
back well. Oh, Super Mega Death Rocket from Tomblade is going to secure that one. Nicely played.
Yep.
It's going to be our blue side with a massive advantage here as well. 5 members strong with that Baron buff as well. Of course, that health regen is going to be very helpful getting them into this base. We've got super creeps coming through here as well because, of course, that inhibitor was taken down.
Yep,
super creeps looking very different.
They've been updated as well, so as the minions. So the super creeps are also different for each team. You'll notice the blue team, they have hammers, and the red team have more drivey pike kind of weapons. Maybe we'll see it later today, who knows, but something just to differentiate the two teams a little bit.
Yeah, and make sure you know which side's which. As this inner turret is going to go down, it's going to crumble and fall. And our red side not going to be able to offer too much in response just because this Baron buff is very dangerous. Crucius does pop that ultimate down, but it's not going to be enough damage reduction. I think he's going to fall. Does have the wild growth. That's going to save him there. And Meltic's going to pay for that one with his life. Actually, Jim's falling down. Jerem now has that ultimate pop, but I think he might be too squishy. Can't be in amongst this one. Sepho with a double kill on this support Morgana. We keep harping on about how he's phenomenal on this champion, and he is definitely showing up today.
I'm
Only
not sure
losing
if he's playing
Meltix.
support. I think he might be trying to play a carry role here, actually, because he's been playing that well. Oh, wow. Merkin going to chase him in as they do take out this turret, and they will take the inhibitor as well, with 3 members of the red team down here. We have the super minions coming in 2 lanes now, actually.
That's going to be the second inhibitor of the game as well. It's going to be very hard for our red team to make it back through this one. 19-9 now the scoreline, and the gold is a massive difference. Of course, 15,000 gold. And it's going to be the Nexus turrets going down. First one has fallen, second one falls. Our red side going for the last battle, but it's going to be Tomblade with a lot of damage. The miss here. Super Mega Death Rocket comes through just to hit Loot on the head.
Just hits him, tickles him a little bit, but still, you might think twice before coming in here. This inhibitor will go down, and they will move on. And actually, they're going to keep fighting here. Crucius going in.
The Twisted Advance does come through. They pick up a kill onto Tomblade, so that's a lot of the damage of our blue side taken down. But that's a Mega Inferno Bomb to end all Mega Inferno Bombs from Mirko. That was fantastic. 4 members taken out there.
That hit 5 people or just 4?
Yeah, look at the health bars here. Almost nailing 3 or 4 kills.
I mean, unfortunately, though, they can just go back to their fountain and heal up. But blue team is going to be forced back here. But they have a major advantage. They've got two inhibitors down, Super Minions pushing in, and they've got a massive gold lead. They're looking really good in this game as Akinai gets caught out. Yeah,
Meltic's going in really deep on this one. Does have that slice and dice in order for him to close distance, but Akinai going to be able to escape using that Whimsy for a little bit of a speed up. And now Meltix needs to be a little bit careful. There's a lot of members of our red side up here.
Meltix is a giant tank here. I mean, look at him just running through the jungle here. Crucius is... I don't know if he's chasing him down or heading to his red buff. I hope he's not chasing him down, because that'd be a very dangerous move for him. But Meltix on the Renekton's been, him and Sepha have definitely carried their weight in this map.
They really have. And Meltix has no fear on that Renekton.
No, he does not. I've never seen him have fear for any reason at all. He's a very scary man sometimes. Super Minions here pushing in this bot lane as the blue team does push down mid. Yeah,
the Crocodile does find the tree here in the upper red side jungle. But Crucius not wanting to have any part of this at all, especially not with those super creeps there, aiding our blue side as they make what could very well be the final push here into the base.
Yep. I think it's important to note at the end of the game here as we sort of see this final push, is that whilst this map looks different, it should be the same on your PC. Oh, as the fight happens.
Yeah, final fight. Curse of the Sad Mummy does come down. Jims is the focus here. Nice wild growth in order to try and save his life. And Tomblade's going to go down here. Crucius in a lot of trouble, though, and it's going to be Jerem falling as well. Kochi's now zoning out 3 people, but he's going down quite low. Oh, Jims, I'm sorry. That damage is just monstrous coming out of Merc, and that could be the end of this game. Dark Binding is going to land on the fountain there as well, and they're going to keep smacking on this Nexus and finally take that one down. So GG, well played here by our blue side, and man, that was an intense game towards the end there.
One thing I did sort of start on at the end of the game, unfortunately the final team fight did interrupt me slightly, is it has been updated obviously, and it looks different, but it should still run. We're aiming to have it run the same on your computers. So if you've got maybe an older computer or a weaker computer, don't get stressed out. We're trying to not make you have to buy a new computer, so don't worry about that.
If League of Legends runs on your computer now, it's going to run the same once this map has come in.
We're going to try to at least, yeah. Awesome. So we're going to have a second game up in a second. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes while we get that set up. So don't go anywhere. Second game should be quite good as we have a couple of our local pros take on some riders.
Hi, I'm David Banks, a producer here at Riot Games. We'd like to take this opportunity to share with you an early look at the in-development update to Summoner's Rift that we're about to push to the PvE. We're not finished yet, and we'll keep you updated on the team's hard work in the months to come. But right now, let's show you where we're headed.
Welcome back, everyone, to Riot Oceania's preview of the updated Summoner's Rift with Atlas and Riot Benji. And we're going to go into our second matchup, which is going to be pros versus rioters.
Yeah.
And we've given our pros a little bit of a hint here. We want a game. We don't want them just to take down the poor little rioters, you know, because these are pro players.
But they also have their own sort of integrity to protect here. So
yeah, that's true.
Don't expect them to go too easy, but I hope it's going to be an exciting game.
I'm looking forward to some exciting picks because we, of course, do have little cutie cheese.
Yeah, we'll go around. We'll hide the suspense for the players for a second.
Okay.
We don't want to give it all away because there's a couple of fun people in here. But it looks like we're loading into the game now, so we should be starting in a second, guys. I'm personally excited. Oh, there we go. We actually jumped in now. So we do have our riders. We've got like an all-star rider team here.
It certainly is the all-star rider team. As we saw in the last matchup, Meltix was a monster on that Renekton. Of course, Jaren now in the jungle. So was actually Meltix's lane opponent there, but he's on his volley bear. And I have a feeling that this could get very, very exciting. Merkinen, of course, on that Ziggs as well. And we've got Loot and Sepher in the bottom lane using that Avant-Garde Redemption bot lane. Which is the
Ezreal Morgana. Let's go over the pros here quickly because this is what people want to see. We actually have T-Gun, who I believe is playing on XD at the moment. The old Dignitas team. We've got Chuffer, who we saw in the winter round of 8 playing for UTS. We've got little QT Cheeseroni and Flying Jew, who played for your Soul Child Chuffer, who unfortunately got eliminated last weekend and didn't quite make the top 4. And we've got Oceania's own Pastry Time, who somehow snuck in as a pro here in this game.
Yeah, he's pretending to be a pro here.
He's pretending.
He's a pro caster, though.
He is.
He's a pro caster.
I mean, you've got some cool players, and we do have to see some uncharacteristic picks from these guys. We have a Maokai mid here, and Pastry Time has walked straight past Garen. He's been pinged out. He's running at T-Gun. Why is T-Gun here? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think he's just pretending to be a ward. He's in the top lane. I mean, this is not necessarily what he's used to be doing, and now he's just, I just want to be Vision.
Yes, he does. He's doing that well. Ooh, Merkin getting very close. I'm not sure, actually. Level 1 Zed. Does he win many 1v1s? I really don't know, but I'm not sure if I'm going to see it. He's hanging around still.
I think he probably wouldn't want to do a 1v1 in the enemy jungle here on his own.
Probably not, no. And he's actually going to move out here. I think he's going to get spotted by the ward. But we do have here down here the red buff about to spawn in. Oh, it's still got another 10 seconds. He's well got the timer. I should probably do that first. But Garen, Lute, and Sephiroth are going to help down here. It looks like the pros are going to start the blue buff here.
With its new cool animation there, they're coming in.
Spawn animation for the red buff looking pretty sweet, suave. And we've got the blue buff here. Chuffer having a bit of a hard time with this buff. Look how much health he's losing. Wow.
Yeah, Chuffer actually needing a lot of health here because I heard on the grapevine that he's running entirely scaling attack damage runes. So
on Riven. Okay.
Yeah, needing a little bit of help there to make sure that he doesn't die.
Kids, don't try this at home.
This
is not Benji certified. So
yeah, this is not in pro builds as we see the dragon spawning in.
The dragon spawning. This is animation, of course. He's going to jump around. It is at 2-minute 30 mark. He does come active on that 2:30, like we discussed last game. I'm going to jump up to this top lane here with T-Gun versus Meltix. Now, this is a really interesting matchup here because Meltix on Renekton should do quite well against. Oh wow, hook already. Yeah,
we've got the death sentence coming through onto Sepha. He's actually, the Ignite's going to come down as well, but Pastry Time going down so low isn't going to be able to get the last auto attack in that would have been necessary to just secure that kill. And Lute just didn't get focused at all, so was able to auto attack his own accord there.
Wait, so like Lute being on full health against Pastry Time, who's the AD on not on full health, and actually a lot of damage on Flying Junat right now. This is like, is this an advantage here for the Riot team in this bot lane? Like,
yeah, it looks to me like Riot is definitely playing quite well in this bottom lane, especially with Flying Dew here on his Thresh. Like, this is Flying Dew's champion. Like, this is what he is known for playing.
I'm surprised. I don't know if we did draft or blind pick, but if it was draft, I'm surprised it didn't get banned. Pastry Time here getting caught a little bit.
Exhausts and heals being popped on both sides here in the bottom lane. A lot of pressure being put on by both teams. They don't really want to farm.
Lute is just sitting here going, yep, I'm just going to keep poking. Pastry Time getting low.
Oh, that Mystic Shot, if that had have hit, that would have been first blood for Lute there. Chuffer actually here in the top lane. Nice slice and dice by Meltix to try and make it to safety. He might be forced to flash. There it is. Wow. The Ignite not going to be enough.
I believe Chuffer flashed to get in there as well, so that's actually Meltix staying alive in a very hard situation. But
yeah, Chuffer actually with that Ghost on his Riven.
Ghost was it? My bad. Yep. My bad.
Chuffer picking up Ghost on Riven.
He used something to get in there a bit quicker.
Yep. And I don't blame you at all because I think I probably would have opted for a flash.
Oh, cutie cheese here getting a little bit caught out. Just twisted advance into Mirko, and there's first blood.
Yeah, it's going to be the sapling to secure that one. Jaren now.
Oh, wow.
Last auto attack is going to be able to secure that one. That passive there on Volibear being very, very good in this situation.
Oh, T-Gun
now very, very aggressive. He's going to be able to use that shadow in order to get to safety, and Meltix without that flash based on that.
Oh, Flying Jew, what are you doing?
Oh, that was very over-aggressive. Lute's going to be able to secure that kill nicely. Does tank a turret hit, but he's going to be okay. Pastry Time does want to follow up, but nice Dark Binding.
Oh, wait, hang on a second.
Flash forward. Is the poison damage going to be enough? Pastry Time, what have you done? There's 2 members. He does get one of the kills. Sapphire now is trying to chase him down. Very low mana. Nice ambush.
Is he going to get him? He's going
back.
Him.
He wants to try and get in here. Ooh, the Contaminate. Not going to be enough dodges out of the Dark Binding, but I think Sepha might have made enough ground in order to get himself to safety, but it's on a knife edge there in the bottom lane bed.
Jeez, like that binding here, I think he probably would have died. I don't know the damage myself, but it would have been close. Maybe an auto after that would have done it. Pastry Time's still farming somehow. He's oh wow, is he actually?
No fear at all here, and we do have Mirko coming in from the back side.
Is he going to go in on this?
Here either. Oh, Pastry Time, don't walk
I don't think a bomb will kill him at this point, will it? Or I can't tell.
I'm not sure. We do only have a Doran's Ring on the side of Merkin.
Without the wave shoving in though, Merkin's got to back off here. Unless he wants to dive past the tower, which I think is very risky, I think he's going to back off.
Yeah.
There we go.
He was listening to. He had decided he'd get the heck out of here. As Chuffer does come down as well, so Mirko probably didn't want to be discovered in the jungle. As we do have Little Cutie Cheese farming up a storm here in the mid lane. 32-6 on the farm. It's got Mirko, I think, is just making sure that he's roaming around and contributing with his team. And Jaren's here as well, so there's 3 members here. Cutie Cheese.
He still gets a kill. What?
Everyone's focusing on him, but he doesn't mind. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna focus on getting a
kill.
Out?
No, what?
I don't know whether this is going to be okay. We do have Chuffer coming in from the backside. See whether Cutie Cheese can come around. He does Twisted Advance. He's going down so low. Dark Binding misses, but the kill does finally come through. It is going to be Little Cutie Cheese picking up the kill on Mirko in the meantime. And T-Gun has found his way down here as well. So Sapphire is going to be under a little bit of pressure, but he's going to make it back in between two turrets.
There was that half second where the Maokai passive did do a lot of damage.
But look at Chopper
taking a lot of damage.
So much damage from these minions.
Meltix is coming in.
Oh, Meltix is going to be able to have that slice and the dice. Easily picks up that kill. It's going to be Chuffer falling down for the first time here.
Oh my goodness, he gets caught as well.
Amazing Dark Binding here to be picked up. Sapphire, is he going to be able to get through? Oh,
he gets stunned.
T-Gun does still have his flash. He's forced to use it there as well. He's on such low health. The Dark Binding picks up the kill. Sapphire has a scope on that ability. He's incredible.
Man, I've seen that last game. Like, Sapphire gets his Morgana again, and you can see why he loves his champion. He hits every binding throws almost.
Yeah, and I think these teams are misnamed here. I think it should be the pros. But look at the Riders play.
Just pros versus pros.
Yeah, pros versus pros.
Make
exactly
it happen.
Right.
That sapling going to go towards Mirko. It doesn't quite reach it. I'm kind of curious what kind of damage it does, because we do have 3 Doran's rings on that Maokai.
That's a very early invested build here coming out of Little Cutie Cheese. I think he's probably going to be rushing maybe for that Rabbidan's Death Cap, making sure that he gets as much tree damage as possible.
With Chuffer going through his jungle.
Yep. Now does, of course, have that Madred's Razor, so may not be under threat of dying in his own jungle.
That's good. I mean, he did have a bit of a struggle with his first clear, but he's coming back now. Cutie Cheese, I want to point out, he's on 43 CS versus the 10 from Mirko. Never seen a Ziggs get out CS by a Maokai before.
No, I haven't seen that. That being said, I haven't seen very much Maokai mid.
No, you're true on that one. But Maokai is a melee champion, though, so I'm a bit curious. Probably a lot of Mirko's roaming. Oh, that hook, but also that binding.
Double skill shots landing here as well. Mystic Shot does find Flying Dew, but Lute's very low in health. That's the last one he's going to be able to throw out this fight. As Jaren does pick up Little Cutie Cheese in the mid lane, of course, they do go 1-for-1 because Little Cutie Cheese has to kill someone as soon as he gets attacked.
He's not allowed to go down without trading someone. Yep. Chuffer coming in the bottom here. We've got a fight. That's a great play.
Nice playback as well. Lute does not have enough mana for that Arcane Shift. He's going to be the focus. Chuffer picks up that kill. Now has that Wind Slash. Could throw it at Sepher, but no, he's going to try and farm a wave with it.
Wants that CS, man.
Yep. He's going to hang around in that Tormented Soil for a while as well, make sure his health is as low as possible so that Mirko can come in, waste a couple of abilities, but uses that Satchel Charge to get over the wall. Short fuses there. There's the shield coming through as well from Chuffer, but the last auto attack, just after it wears out, Mirko keeping his head and securing the kill.
That's it. We do have actually Thresh and actually we've got T-Gun on the top here getting caught a little bit by Meltix. He's got it back with that red buff on him, of course. I don't know how he got red buff, but flying Dew and pastry time here. Hanging around the band. Oh, wow. This is... it hits.
The max range binding there from Sapphire.
He just doesn't stop him from backing, and now Dew's like, I can't back anymore. Just got to go back to lane, I guess. I'll start farming. Cutie Cheese, this is the wrong jungle, mate. Where are you going?
Cheese? He's just exploring. He sort of likes this, the updated Summoner's Rift. Mirko now taking a lot of damage. The pop of the ultimate there from Little Cutie Cheese, but he's getting kited around. Mirko out the other side of the brush. Cutie Cheese wants to get him. Nice work by our blue side, by our Riders, picking up a nice kill there. And that's Little Cutie Cheese dying without picking up another kill.
That's
a very weird situation.
T-Gun here just barely getting away from Meltix. Got stunned, but did W away. Now, I want to point out right now, actually, Riders are up 2 kills somehow. I don't know if the pros are...
they're up 1,000 gold as well.
I'm a bit surprised. Good Black Shield there. Well, both of them did well there, actually. It was just like a great support trade, I guess.
Yep, doing well. Good reaction time on both sides.
Chuffer's got to be careful of Meltix, though. Meltix is not the Renekton that you really want to be fighting one-on-one. Zed is around, but Zed is not very high on health. That's for sure.
No, and he's struggling a little bit against the big crocodile, as you generally would expect, considering it's the early stages of this game. Of course, that Dominus did come through a couple of levels ago. And that Dark Binding going to find a minion there. Zephyr just happy to get some extra money here from his Frostfang.
Exactly, and Lute here just going to keep farming. Police Trump is up on money. Oh, we're going to have a binding here. Oh, he's just going to ult. Oh, my goodness.
There's the double Soul Shackle coming through. The flash being used on both sides, but they're both going to get stunned. Death Sentence comes through. True Shot Barrage as well. Flying Dew is so incredibly low. Exhaust comes down at a pastry time. Sapphire threads the needle on another Dark Binding, but it's going to mean that they're going to be safe, but aggressive plays coming out of our Riders. Little Cutie Cheese in a lot of trouble again, and that W going to come through from Jaren, and he's going to secure that one. Chuffer actually pops the ultimate there as well. Instantly takes out Mirko. Does have that Hextech Minefield, and the passive is available by Jaren, and he's going to be okay as well. But Chuffa with some aggressive play this game. I think he thinks that he's playing one-player League of Legends.
I thought that was going to be Cutie Cheese not going 1-for-1 again, but Chuffa does sort of equalize it out a little bit. But Flying Jew and Pastry Time a little bit low here, but I think Loot has gone back, or is he just not here?
No,
he is here.
I'm just out of mana at this stage.
He's just doomed. Okay, that's fine. So Sepha going to move around Ward a little bit. I was looking for him on the minimap and he was hidden. That's my bad, guys. Anyway, this turret here taking a lot of damage. Pastry Time's going to be careful with Meltix in the top lane here. Zed is most definitely not in this lane, so...
Yeah, Meltix trying to knock the Pauldrons off this tower as best he possibly can, as you can see.
A little bit of destruction there, you can see. And Meltix goes back to his lovely view as he
I think he just wanted to observe the beautiful view.
That's it. You can see the dragon sitting in his pit, keeping his...
Yeah.
He's a bit disturbed. He's not sleeping. He thinks something's up. Okay, back to sleep he goes.
Yeah, but he knew that Jaren was sneaking up behind him as well.
He's just like, hang on, this does not feel right. And T-Gun and Chuffa coming in. Looks like a fairly decent dragon play with both Renekton and Morgana being back in base.
Yeah, our pro team actually with a bit of more coordinated play here. Of course, they are the pros. They have been playing professionally for a very long time, so they know to make these dragon moves. Of course, Dragon knocking them back, doing some... throwing some things their way. Of course, he's being forced to turn around quite a lot here. True Shot Barrage comes through, but it's not going to be enough to secure that one, and Chuffa does smite it away, but look at how low and healthy he is. If they fight now, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, Tormented Soil, almost too much. Jaren now is the focus. Maokai with the ultimate. That's going to be Little Cutie Cheese picking up that kill. Sepha, the dodge coming out of Chuffa. Actually takes the lantern to get even closer into the fight.
Man, Chuffa is crazy. I think Chuffa can't see his own health or something like that because he's just going in all the time. He's like, I got 1 bar. Yeah, let's get closer to this Morgana who's about to ult. But
I think that might actually be the case. He just doesn't actually know what his health is.
he most definitely does. Mirko going to clear his mid wave again. He's running a bit low on mana there. His blue buff is not up. I know he loves his blue buff. This top tower here should get taken out by Meltix. I'm just seeing Zed and Riven come in. Although they're both quite low, they've got to be careful of this. Yeah, oh dear.
The Deathmark does come down out of T-Gun as well, but Meltix, you can see, look at this dominance that's been popped, but Chuffa is outside of the range there, does actually use that smite on the double golems and is going to be safe-ish. He has the shields.
T-Gun's got to be careful here.
My goodness. Meltix does have the slice and the dice as well. Oh, tricky little play there with the shadow. T-Gun does get back there.
And he will get out. I'm not sure exactly why he stuck around for so long, but I mean, it doesn't cost his death, and he gets a few extra CS about it.
I think Meltix might be buying those Alacrity boots as well, because he's getting a little bit frustrated by how kited he's getting.
Yes, that would be a decent call here. We've got the two Your Soul Shout Chuffa players moving into the mid lane here together, looking for a hook and perhaps a twisted advance to follow up, but not really seeing anything.
As we saw with Crucius, though, I mean, you got to watch out for those twisted advance. If people move too far away, you could find yourself under a tower very deep in the enemy territory. So
I think
got to be careful.
I think if that happened to Cutie Cheese, he'd probably just turn around and
kill him
anyway.
Relish the moment, wouldn't he?
He'd feel like, I was going to take a bit extra damage. Maybe it gives his ult a bit more damage because it does that % health back thing.
Yep, as we can see, it's actually Little Cutie Cheese on 5, 5, and 1 now. So making sure that he's feeding and carrying
at the same time. I'm not sure if you need a fed Maokai, though, to be fair. But
I don't know. These saplings are starting to do a fair bit of damage as they take out some minions and not do very much else. Flying Jew actually gets split back here. Nice satchel charge to make sure he's still in trouble. The Ignite picks up the kill. Mirko with some brilliant plays there in the mid lane. And it's Little Cutie Cheese now left all on his own. Chuffa is around the side, but I'm not sure. I thought he was going to go and invade the jungle there instead of helping out his mid laner, but it looks like this outer turret is going to go down in the mid lane.
Oh, but Sepha's getting very far forward here. He might get caught out if he gets twisted advanced upon. No, he's going to escape, but barely. Oh, wow, that actually hit him.
Yeah, there's the True Shot Barrage coming through. There's a flash forward from Sapphire as well. It's Jaren picking up Chuffa almost instantly. It's going to be Little Cutie Cheese going to go down as well, and Jaren is a monster, and look at the Baron spawning in as well.
Here he comes in, yes. So we're going to have that Baron spawn animation again, and he will pop out of the ground and...
coming in from the void.
Yes.
Welcome, Baron.
He's ready to fight. T-Gun's like, oh, he's there. Okay. probably not ready to fight him yet. He's only 15 minutes in.
Yeah, and he's also, not the tankiest member of the team. Does, of course, have that Brutalizer and the Bilgewater Cutlass. So a lot of damage, not much else.
Garen here getting very low, actually. Will he escape? He's so low. He's not point out. He just gets taken out.
Yeah, last little tick there of the poison going to be enough, and doesn't have that passive yet. Is still on cooldown. So Pastry Time picking that one up. Now 4-0-1 on this rat. I think definitely putting one in here for the casters, just showing that, we're the pros on this team.
Oh, does get that hook, but...
does go in as well. So Flying Jew does manage to make that one work, but they don't break through the Black Shield quite in time for that Flay to work
barely. If that Flay had hit, it could be a possibility for Pastry Time to follow up there, but that was amazing. Oh, T-Gun, no.
What are you doing,
No,
buddy?
you are not going in on that, are you? No, he's going back. One tower shot would kill him. I don't think he'd get very far. But Chuffer, though, he might want to go in here. That is a very low...
Looks at the crocodile and then says, "No, I'm going to tank up these."
CS. I don't need this.
Well, Loot's in a bit of trouble. Actually forces a flash out. Nice death sentence, and that's going to be Loot going down, biting the dust. A 5th kill coming through here for Pastry Time. He's a monster on this rap.
Yeah, Flying Ju showing why he's I think he's most recognized for his thresh. He does hit those hooks. I mean, that wasn't the hardest one, but he hits them when he counts.
Oh, that was perfect, though. Still perfect. Almost maxed range after the flash here from Loot, so I'm definitely going to give him credit for that one, as Chuffer does take down the blue sentinel here in the jungle.
Yep.
It's actually a steal away here from our blue side.
It is, and he's going for the wolves as well. Gonna take them away, although Merkinen's very close to them. Chuffer, just looking at the minimap, and looks like we might have a bit of an engage here. Flying Ju just running in, throws the lantern out. Oh, actually, Chuffer in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
The
Chuffer
lantern's
trying to
there.
get the lantern.
Can he
Nice
get it?
dark binding.
Oh,
That's going
wow.
to secure that kill and make Chuffer look like a bit of an idiot.
I was wondering why Ju was going so far forward, and once I saw the lantern, I was like, oh, he's trying to save Chuffer.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make a cute little play there, just to sort of mess with people, but fortunately for our riders, Sepha was there with the perfect dark binding that seems to have heat-seeking abilities.
That's it. Meltix here doing his farm job. T-Gun's doing his best to poke him down, but that alligator has a lot of health. Does have that Sunfire cape already. As Pastry Time gets caught a little bit here, he does have that invisibility. He's just popped it. Now, will he be able to get away? Oh, where that flash, he will.
Yeah, of course, Ambush was there. We did have Soul Shackles available, and Sepha could have used that even if... Oh, now T-Gun is in a lot of trouble. He's under the wrong tower at this stage.
Yeah, death marking a Renekton and not doing much damage to it. It's going to tickle him at the most, but all he did was prolong his own death.
And look at this, it's actually Meltix on 3-0 and 2 here in this top lane. 88 farm to the 90 of T-Gun, the pro player, who's on 0-3 and 1.
Yeah, well, I'll also point out that the hidden sort of carry here is actually the Volley Bear, 6-4-3.
Oh my goodness.
And he's had a lot of good flips. So Garen, like, pulling his A-game here after that.
And he's getting so tanky as well. Does, of course, have a little bit of redundant tenacity. Someone should probably talk to him about that one. But he has monstrous items here already, so already a lot of health.
A turret will go down, but here comes Flying Ju. He's, the hook misses, but
Sepha's
Sepha's
that has been popped here as well. Sepha may not be able to get the Soul Shackles down. He's not. The flash forward into the knockback here from Jaren, and they do manage to get that kill. I don't think they're going to be able to follow down Pastry Time because that box was there for a bit of zoning potential. Master Merkin is now waiting in the wings. See whether we can get a Mega Inferno Bomb down here.
We've got that blue buff up, and I know how much Merkinen loves that blue buff, but he does get slightly caught there. But Garen here is doing a lot to save his life for sure. Look at that damage.
He does have the ultimate popped as well. He does chomp down on that one. The Mega Inferno Bomb not going to be enough, but T-Gun's going to fall. Jaren has that passive available. It's going to be Pastry Time, who has enough burst to finish that one out, but Loot's there, and Pastry Time's going to fall down as well. Mirko picks up that kill. Little Cutie Cheese really wants to find Loot. Does have his ultimate down as well. Mirko now taking a lot of damage. Nice satchel charge to get over the wall and make Little Cutie Cheese feel like a bit of a dum-dum.
Well, Cutie Cheese, like, he forced 2 people away from him.
Oh, doesn't care about the bouncing ball.
No, he's just like,
I know that I'm just calculated trajectory.
Completely calculated. He's just like, you aren't going to hit me today, mate. And it went around him for sure. Meltix here doing work in his top lane. He's playing top lane meta, right, which is push forward until I can't push anymore. There goes
Little Cutie Cheese is right in on this. Nice exhaust coming through from Sepha, but it's going to be the shutdown onto Mirko. Sepha now forced to get the heck out of here. The ultimate comes through here from Little Cutie Cheese. Pops a little bit early because he didn't take all that much damage. Of course, that ability scaling up with the amount of damage you managed to soak. This is the amount of damage you're going to throw back out there again.
In trouble.
Yeah, Meltix in a bit of trouble from T-Gun and Chuffer. Does pop that Dominus. Gets some stuns down. Wants to offer a bit of damage back, but nice flash over that wall.
T-Gun going to follow him up here. Is he going to get out? Chuffer and T-Gun have a lot of health left.
There's 3 members here. Slicing and dicing back the other way. The pro jukes. His dancing shoes are on. Meltix is trying to get through this jungle effectively. He does have that Dominus pop.
Oh, what?
Steps out of the way of the death sentence, and now he's just hanging out. Oh, slicing and dicing. But I think that Chuffer might be able to secure this kill now. But look at the wild goose chase that Meltix has taken this pro team through.
And it buys them enough time to get Dragon. Yeah, like that completely took 3 people out of the map for our pro team here. And they took Dragon. Does have a little bit of a placeholder image there for you guys at home. It will get updated, I would imagine. So don't worry about that too much. Pastry Time in trouble here. Look at this.
Yeah, Pastry Time is in a lot of trouble, like you said. Does have that ambush popped.
He's
Does
invisible.
want to figure out which way he wants to go.
Oh my goodness, will he get out? Are
Yeah,
you kidding me?
Oh, Mirko is right there. We'll see
Oh
whether
my
he is
goodness.
going to be able to land that bouncing bomb. Oh, Pastry Time sees him.
Oh,
needs to get out of here. Oh, nice little twisted advance to try and get in amongst this fight.
What?
Pastry Time does turn around. Flying Jew picks up a kill on Sapphire as well. Little Cutie Cheese now with 2 members here. He's a little bit frightened. Flying Jew now trying to come down. Death Sentence not going to land. True Shot Barrage is going to get a bit of damage down here
Why
as well.
didn't he lantern him out?
No, he just doesn't like him
He
very
doesn't
much,
like
I
him.
don't think.
I was just like, oh, he's going to lantern him out. And he's just like, no, I'm going to death sentence this. I want the kills here, mate.
Oh, Chuffer. Oh, not
Oh,
managing
what?
to make the broken wings over the wall there for the Dragon Pit. And I think that with that rolling thunder, I think Jaren might be able to come in through. Nice Mystic Shot coming in there as well. And Loot does have the flash forward in order to try and get this kill. But Chuffer is very fast
Oh, here
on
comes
this
Flying
ribbon.
Jew. Is he going to lantern? Is he? Oh, no way. No, oh my goodness, he got out.
That is so frustrating for
kidding
our
me?
riders.
Oh, one more Mystic Shot would have killed him for sure. And
Yeah.
now he's actually farming jungle. He's like, I got enough health for this. I got this, guys.
Yeah, it's all that scaling health in his
Well,
route.
scaling AD, isn't
No,
it?
scaling AD.
You can kill
of
that
course,
much
yes.
faster, man. Here comes T-Gun looking for the blue buff.
The blue buff Steel coming through here. This very mystical blue side jungle.
So 2 people around here. Merkinen is a very big protector of his blue buff. I know jungling for him many a time. you do not want to take it away from him, I tell you that. If it's the second blue buff, he gets it.
I think we need to remember this moment as well as the moment that Sapphire actually missed a Dark Binding. Because
I know,
haven't seen many of those.
The fact that you had to say that tells you how little he does miss those things. 'Cause
It's so true.
he is very good at that. Merkinen going to kill his blue buff here.
Yeah, he's going to take a
slowly.
bit of time, but he's trying his very best.
He's savoring the moment. He
Yes.
loves this so much. He's like, man,
Yeah.
oh, that feels so good.
Nailed
Fight in the
it.
middle lane here, though.
Yeah, Chuffer actually getting stunned up here as well. Meltic's so tanky, but
Oh my
still doing a
goodness.
lot of damage. You can see that Dominus doing a lot of work.
Oh, wow,
Cutie Cheese
Zephyr
in a
died?
bit of trouble, but it's going to be Zephyr falling
Oh,
down
what?
to
just
Twisted
twisted
Advance
advance to
to
a
a minion in the background. Meltic's now getting a bit furious, but that's going to be the Mega Inferno Bomb securing that
Oh,
kill
what?
as Meltix goes a little bit too deep under that turret. Oh,
Oh,
Mirko
wow.
gets caught there. Tried to do the fancy footwork. Jaren now in a bit of trouble. He's going to take T-Gun down, though. Look at the burst damage coming through. Pastry Time has popped that rat-a-tat-tat.
That passive is doing
but
a lot
we've
of
got
damage,
the
though.
passive here from Jaren, healing him up. Does have the Rolling Thunder for a little bit of movement speed as well. Pastry Time has that ambush popped. I don't think Jaren's going to be going anywhere.
he's going.
Nice Venomous Cask from Pastry Time. Going to be able to get out. Takes the lantern about 2 meters.
That was just a whole sick progress. Like, that whole segment there was just, like, crazy. That twisted
Yeah.
advance to that minion, like, I wouldn't
Very
even
well
think
played.
of that, let alone doing it. So you can tell here that Cutie Chizaroni either
I
has
like-
played Maokai in the past or is actually practicing for some reason.
I think
so
he must be. This must be the new meta.
2 Maokais in 2
Maokai
games?
mid.
Maybe I need to
Yep,
start
there's
pulling my Maokai
something's
back out of
happening, man.
retirement.
Ooh, Flying Jew actually in a bit of trouble here against Loot. Loot does get flayed under the tower, though, and forced to pop that heal as well.
Wow, is this support's chasing off the 80 carry with 3 bars of health? All right. We do
Yep.
have reinforcements coming in here for Flying
I'd be
Jew.
scared of Flying Jew as well, don't you worry.
Yeah, he's a
That
very
guy
good
is
thresh.
very aggressive.
Oh, he just put the... Oh!
Mystic Shot. Oh, not going to land the
I think
death
he was sort of trying to predict him from jumping over that wall with that arcane shift, but Luke went the other direction.
I have
You
a
can't
feeling that
predict
if he
him.
had gone in on that death sentence as well, he may have actually just died.
I think maybe he could have like helped.
Oh,
whoa,
the flash
nice.
twisted advance actually landing on a Loot here. Is he gonna, he's
Oh, he's dead.
ignited up, and he is definitely dead. Mirko trying to offer some damage over the side, but it's going to be a quick kill and an unfortunate ward location here for our riders.
I didn't know Maokai did that much damage. I always built him tank. Actually, you can like
Not
completely
anymore.
kill 80
It's
carries.
just all about Rabadons, and then you need to rush Void stuff, I think,
Oh,
after a horny,
dear.
guys. I think that's your option.
That, well, yeah.
9, 8, and 3 now on
9,
this Maokai.
9, 8, and 3, doing the carrying and the feeding.
As
so-
Meltix takes a lot of damage in that top lane, of course, it's going to be T-Gun and Chuffer. And
But it
both
still
of
takes
these
2 of them to
80
kill him, though.
assassins. Yeah, it's going to definitely take more than one person to take down this Meltix. And as you can see, now he has that Tiamat built up. So a lot of extra damage now for him as well.
Great satchel charge there to just push him away.
Yep.
Stops him from even thinking about engaging.
Save his Sapphire.
Now, what? This is like a 25-minute Baron here. And like, the riders haven't got this watered because this is quick. And Baron still does a large amount of damage, as you can see there. He's got some all-new abilities, like we have pointed out. But they are doing their best to sort of mitigate it as best as possible. As Q-Cheese comes in, they are going to get this Baron. And that was very cheeky.
That was definitely cheeky, but they have been found out here. Sapphire has seen it. Nice little despawn of the Baron there. But we do see the team fight. Sapphire does have that Soul Shackles pop. Does get the stun here, but it's all about Jaren here in the middle of the fight with the chomp
wow.
down. That's Pastry Time dead. That's a lot of their damage. Little Cutie Cheese now in a lot of trouble. Gets flipped as he comes in on that twisted advance. That was a cute little interaction as Chuffer's trying to clean up. That's going to be a double kill coming
3 for
through.
3.
And it's
Oh,
going
Meltix is here.
Oh, Meltix finally from the backside. Chuffer is in trouble. We'll see whether he's going to survive this. Broken wing come through, walks back for some reason.
Misclick probably, I guess.
Yeah,
oh, man,
does
Meltix
have the shield
so
and, of
gonna
course, the stun, and it's going to be Chuffer falling down. Meltix picking up that one, the gigantic crocodile.
That was a very even fight. And I only just realized it was a 4v5. Meltix was off farming, comes in late, and he's like, oh, by the way, I'm here to clean up, guys, and just gets 2 kills.
Janitor Meltix. And we need to make a new skin.
There you go. Sephar respawning in this base. You can see some of the architecture in there. A little bit different from the red base. A bit cool. You can see the tower there. A bit more of curved port.
Yeah, a
Just
little
gotta
bit
point
more
that out.
angular rather than the curved.
Yeah, okay, that's a good way to describe it. It's hard to describe with words. It's very easy to just be like,
yeah. Just to look at it, you know what's going on. Yeah.
That's why we're doing this live stream, so you can actually just look at it and go, oh yeah, okay, that's it just there.
Yep, little cute cheese twisted advancing on that minion. Sounds a little bit awkward. Ooh, Dark Binding is going to miss. We got the Black Shield coming through just to protect Sapphire. He wants to protect himself here. Does, of course, have that frozen heart built up.
That sapling did like a third of Meltix's health. That is ridiculous.
Meltix only has a Negatron cloak, so he's not going to have all that much magic resist as of yet.
But still, like, that's still a lot of damage from a Maokai.
Oh, yeah. It does have the Void Stuff finished now as well.
I know. I'm going to go home and play some Maokai today, I think. But we do have the Riders here taking down the Dragon. You know, this late in the game, fairly easy objective to take, of course. We'll get that gold bump.
Yep. And a nice little smite there from Jaren as well.
Look at this gold at 27 minutes in the game.
200 gold the difference at 27
ridiculous.
minutes. Riders versus pro players as well, Benji.
Now, we established before, this has got to be pro player versus pro player at this point in time. The Riders are putting on a great show for us here. We have here the blue buff respawning a little bit. God, we haven't really seen this animation yet, I don't think. So there you go.
Oh, jumping in from the back there.
Out. Did have T-Gun die there, but like, it's not worth it.
Yeah, but that's going to be T-Gun dying.
He's 3 and 7.
I promised that we wouldn't make T-Gun look too bad, so we made sure that we didn't watch that particular bit.
There you go. We do have the flash and Seph. Oh,
it gets hooked that Dark Binding. It's a little bit unusual there. Loot's coming through here, trying to get the damage down. Nice box to make sure that they choke up that whole area. Jaren getting kited around a little bit as well. Pastry with the rat-a-tat-tat. It's a nice corridor for it, but now Pastry's in a lot of trouble. Gets exhausted up and killed. Sapphire now in a lot of trouble. Meltix is here, though, and he's a monster. Everyone's going to die in that circle. It's going to be Little Cutie Cheese picking up a triple kill on this Maokai. Meanwhile, in the middle of the base for our Riders, it's Chuffer on his own trying to secure these kills as Loot manages to thread the needle on that Mystic Shot and manages to Arcane Shift out. What a monster on this Ezreal.
So across the map, we had a 4 for 4 because T-Gun just respawned. Chuffer's now, is he stuck in this base? Is it a mini?
Yeah, I think so. There's no creeps around.
Gonna start backing? There we go.
Guys.
There's a wave. All right, he's fine. But that's a 4 for 4 across the map. Loot and Chuffer are the 2 survivors, so this is such an even game. Oh, is this going to hit? No way.
Oh, clears out a couple of the creeps, though, so the Chuffer might have to run around in the middle of the enemy base for a little while. Jaren now is after him. Broken wings over the ledge. Yep. Very, very nice. And goes in just to farming out the jungle.
I don't know if he wants to do it. This is the wrong way. Garen's right here. Oh, dear. Chuffer's caught.
Yeah, he's got flipped. He's trying to get out of here with the jukes. Of course, Riven does have a lot of movement speed. We do have the Black Shield on there as well. Oh, the chomp not going to be enough. As T-Gun does manage to shut down Loot, and the flash forward into the Rolling Thunder is going to secure that kill onto Chuffer. So 1 for 1 across the map here. 34 to 32 as far as kills are concerned.
T-Gun going to take out the Razorbeaks here. Going to use those auto attacks. Oh, Merkonnen's very close here. Is he going to go in?
Oh, T-Gun has used his death mark, though. Oh, no, it's not. It's available. Mirko is in a lot of trouble. There's the Zhonya's Hourglass, though. We'll see whether it's going to be enough. No. And he manages to get back to his shadow as well. T-Gun with some cute little plays coming through there, keeping himself safe and securing the kill. And that was a very, very nice Zhonya's.
I was excited for a second. When Merkonnen hit that Zhonya's and I saw Garen running in, I was like, oh, wow, can they actually turn this around? No, they can't.
No, unfortunately.
Speaking of Garen, here it comes. Rolling Thunder right in, just flip-flying Jew. But they don't really have much damage there. Got Meltix, who's a big tank.
Rat-a-tat-tat is coming down on Pastry Time as well. So he's popped that ultimate, trying to get some damage down. But it's not necessarily enough here.
Seeing a small gold little bump here for the pro team. They're up about 3.5k. So, I mean, they're taking a slight lead here. But the comp is what worries me the most. Like,
yeah, especially with Little Cutie Cheese now underneath the turret.
Oh, wow.
Oh, twisting, advancing to an enemy so that he can take a lantern.
Those lanterns are amazing.
Very, very cool play.
So good. So good. Meltix and Garen going to move through the jungle. Going to clear out the last remaining wolf there.
Yep, make sure that Chuffer doesn't get away with his counter-jungling efforts. We do have a red buff being taken down here by Pastry Time as well. So 8, 4, and 8 here on this rat.
Meltix and Sepha flying Jew. I think did he get spotted? Oh, he hits Sepho.
Oh, there's a nice death sentence coming through as well. Nice Black Shield to avoid the flay. The box is in a brilliant position.
T-Gun.
T-Gun's here as well. We've got Pastry Time doing all the work in the back line. It's going to be the Soul Shackles there. Brilliant death sentence again. Meltix is now right in the middle of this fight. Nice Mega Inferno Bomb. Meltix is trying to turn this one around, but unfortunately doesn't quite manage to. It's going to be Flying Jew being taken down by Mirko in the background. 2 for 2 currently, and Little Cutie Cheese now in a lot of trouble. Mirko is here. He's trying to get the bombs out, trying to land the damage. T-Gun's juking around at the same time. Little Cutie Cheese has come in for a little bit more work, but as you can see, he's not going to make it, and that's going to be the short fuse picking up that one in an auto attack.
But for a 2-bar Maokai, he did a lot of damage to Merkin in there as Garen starts catching up to T-Gun, forces the flash out.
And the Blade of the Ruin King.
And the Blade of the Ruin King going to back out there. Luke coming for T-Gun. He runs away. He's like, I can go back in. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I wasn't just running away for a reason. You know, Bear's still there, but...
Yeah, he's got that E on the shadow as well so that he can slow his pursuers down as Chuffer is again inside the enemy base.
He's doing the singed game where he pretends he's singed but isn't.
Yep.
He's
going to be able to get the tower, but he's going to die for it.
He will die for it. And, well, he's got the tower for it, so you can probably type Worth in all chat and be okay with it.
Yeah, I probably would type Worth.
Open inhib's pretty handy, especially when he's not, like, he's 6 and 9. He's not the biggest contributor in the game.
That's true, that's true. Although I still value you, Chuffer, if you're out there listening. Don't worry, I think you're fantastic. Of course, Feral Flare Riven is a nuance that no one really understands.
Feral Flare, wow, okay. so he's playing the scaling attack damage, Feral Flare.
Yeah, but he's going for ultra late game. If this game hits 80 minutes,
man.
Got
the Baron spawning again. You saw the animation there. He's going to
sail
the ground just in time for Seth. Look at that timing on that. I'm hoping they timed that. Was 4 of them there, so it makes sense that they got the time.
Nice scrying orb here used by Pastry Time, picking up that trinket, making sure that he can detect who's going to be at that Baron.
Oh, does miss that binding. Sepha doesn't miss many, but he's missing a few this game.
No, I think we'd say that was dodged.
Okay, we'll say dodged.
It was a zoning tool.
Sure.
Oh, Rolling Thunder being used here by Zeren. Very, very nice flay used by Flying Juice to make sure that they're in the right spot. Another Dark Binding going to land here. Flying Jew is in a lot of trouble. It's actually Chuffer. He's coming from the base. Mega Inferno Bomb onto every member that's here in this fight. Jaren manages to finish off that kill. Does, of course, have that ultimate for that electricity damage. Chuffer is now going to get obliterated. He was barely even in that fight. And that's going to be all going the way of the Riders. Little Cutie Cheese now gets flung back. That's going to be the Rolling Thunder for that one. But he does get the kill in the meantime.
Are they going to get Meltix? He's
and he's Zonya's as well. Pastry Time is trying to get around here, but it's going to be Mirko picking up the kill. Nice timing on the bouncing bomb, but brilliant play out of Little Cutie Cheese. I could have sworn that he was going to die, but picking up 2 kills for his trouble on the tankiest members.
It's still a 3 for 2. It's still an advantage to the Riot team here. There is Pastry Time and T-Gun up. They're actually going to go in here. There's a lot of low health bars here. They do catch Merkin in there, but those bombs are going to probably stop them from chasing.
Yeah, nice Dark Binding as well, and the Mystic Shots making sure Pastry Time knows that it's probably going to be pretty dangerous to fight these guys, especially after Seth has been landing so many of these incredible skill shots.
Here comes T-Gun.
T-Gun from around the side. Seth is in a lot of trouble, but does pop the Soul Shackles, has that Black Shield as well. T-Gun's taking a lot of damage. Luke turns it around on his face. Flying Jew, though. And hits the death sentence. Comes straight in on that one, but misses the flay. Lute's going to try and get the heck out of here.
I'm trying to see if anyone's chasing. He throws the lantern out.
Throws the lantern out, but for no one.
It was more of a scare than anything else, I think.
It's
like
death sentence.
It was close, but even if you went in, I'm not sure if you had enough damage to really take out Luke there. But
yeah, it's true. There's a little bit of wishful thinking, but we've spoken about Flying Jew. We know that he likes to get aggressive all the time, regardless of whether it's a good idea or not.
Yeah, 3-7-19. He's getting a few kills there. He's actually doing a little bit better than Sephar, who's 2-9-20. But Sephar has been making his mark on the map, that's for sure. Another hook by Flying Jew, but not really able to follow up. Garen has got a lot of health there.
Yep, they are just dancing around this dragon. Of course, Chuffer's split pushing as per usual, and he's the jungler, so no smite is available for our pro team. Our Riders do, of course, have Jaren, who's the monster volley bear.
You're right. This is
going to be able to smite this one away.
Garen can just wait and walk in and smite this. I don't understand. Yeah, they do back off here. This is a very interesting dance.
Yeah, Dragon is very confused. He sort of wants everyone's attention.
Meltix is closing in on Chuffer in the background. This is going to be a 4v3 in the pro favor. And then, oh wow, Garen's getting caught. Oh wow, barely misses that.
Yeah, very, very close on that death sentence. Lute's liking his chances against the Dragon. Chuffer now trying to do some work. Misses the wind slash though, and Seth is going to be able to walk away from that one scot-free. Jaren now is the focus. He might have been caught out of position. This could be massive for the pro team. They take away the smite, and then they're going to be able to transfer that into a Dragon. Of course, both junglers now dead. Means that our pro side is going to be able to secure this one relatively easy. Mega Inferno! That was so close.
Without smite, I was actually sure that happened, but Maokai somehow got it. I don't know which of his abilities hit that. I'm hoping it's a sapling because that would
Like
be
any
more
one
hilarious.
of them, I think. He's got so much ability power now with that Rabbiddins, the Void Staff, and now the Zhonya's Hourglass on top of it. He's doing a lot of work here.
That's it. Pastry Time going to clear out this wave, of course. We get into the later stages of this game. We're going to start seeing this Riven scale a bit, especially with those scaling items.
Oh, yeah, and the scaling runes as well.
Yes. Yeah, we'll give Garen, though, being a big tank. Garen is actually 17, 10, and 8. For Volibear is more of a support jungler, so it's a very interesting score for him. T-Gun going to some damage to
he's
spot
got
lane.
a dagger here as well. I wonder what he's building now.
Oh, here comes Meltix. T-Gun's in trouble.
Oh, everyone's in trouble if here comes Meltix is what you say beforehand. Now T-Gun is going to find loot, but I'm not sure whether...
what?
Oh, that death mark damage, though! And he's going to explode. That's going to be 1-for-1 trade there in the bottom lane.
That turret, barely survived.
Barely survived. I think T-Gun didn't really know whether he wanted to finish focusing down the turret or kill loot, and then in the end, loot just looked too tasty.
Timing was very awkward. So, yeah, I mean, in the end, T-Gun does go 1-for-1, and he does get the 80 carry. To be fair, he's 8 and 9, and I guess loot is 7 and 8, so... The big carries you really want to take out here if you're the pros are probably Master Mercaden and probably Meltix. Meltix doesn't have many kills, but man, he's tanky.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Oh, that's a
Chuffer
great binding.
tries to get the heck out of there.
Meltix is waiting for him on the
Meltix
side.
around the side, probably got a little bit of Sunfire Cape damage there. Oh, the Soul Shackles does come through. Chuffer's running the wrong direction, though. Gets stunned up, and that's another Dark Binding. Perfect work from Sapphire, and that secures that kill.
That was all Sapphire right there.
Yeah.
He had the great ult, great bindings, and like the
This
rest of the
guy
guys
knows
just
how to
continue damage.
Morgana, man. We've mentioned it, not enough.
Got to mention it again.
Yeah.
The Baron's sitting here. Are they going to go for it? Sapphire's sort of poking around.
Yep.
Meltix as well.
I'd like to mention some items here as well. There's some strange pickups coming through, especially T-Gun picking up an Infinity Edge on that on the Z.
That's normal. That's fine.
It's look, I just think it might be a little bit too deep.
Too
He's
deep?
going very deep here. Doesn't actually have that last whisper yet.
I think
went
his
for the
playstyle is
Infinity
leaning
Edge.
towards this Infinity Edge.
It really is. Believe me, I'm impressed.
If T-Gun actually spotting this Baron out, he's going to try and steal it. There's a jungle here, so I don't know if he's going to be able
if
to.
his build's anything to go by, I think that he has to get into that Baron pit at some point. It's going down relatively low.
He's in. Oh, dear.
He's got in afterwards. I'm not sure whether that's exactly what it wants. Deathmark does come down. He's tried to land it onto loot, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Flashes back over the wall. We've got the shutdown from Little Cutie Cheese. Pops the Zhonya's as well in the middle of the Baron pit, and then manages to get the heck out of here. Pastry Time now on the outside. Has that rat-a-tat-tat popped. He's doing so much damage. Loot, all of a sudden, the only one alive for our Rioters, does have the Baron, but I don't know whether that's exactly going to make it worth it.
T-Gun's coming in here. This might be a dead loot. Oh, no, he's got to back off. This is so scary for T-Gun. One hit will kill him. There's the flash. Pastry Time trying to follow up. Loot does survive. He has got Baron buff, but
Little
man.
Cutie Cheese trying to get in here. He wants this ace as much as possible.
Oh, no, he wants to turn around now, that's for sure. Loot's going to, and he's like, oh, I can just one-shot you again. Oh,
Very
wow.
aggressive. Arcane shift into that Mystic shot. Oh, Little Cutie Cheese wants to
happening?
come around.
He missed the, oh, he's twisted advancing.
There's
Oh
the
my
twisted
God, are you
advance.
serious?
Does he have the sapling in time? He
It's
does!
up! Oh!
Yes! Takes the kill. Little Cutie Cheese training 1-for-1 and getting the ace eventually.
That is the story of this game for Little Cutie Cheese. Trade 1-for-1 and let the rest of your teammates handle the other 4 guys.
Yeah, that's
He's
exactly
been playing that masterfully. He's actually 18 and 13.
18 and 13.
So he's been picking up a few extra guys along the way, which is good. And his team's out to a
And I'd like to mention that he just finished his Deathfire Grasp as well. So he's going to be able to blow people up relatively effectively.
Seriously? He's got all offensive items. Like, I would expect like a Rod of Ages or something on a Maokai, but no. Death Cap. Zhonya's, I guess it's kind of offensive. He's got Void Stuff, Deathfire Grasp. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's monstrous on this Maokai.
And you saw his damage versus Loot just then. Like, Loot was almost full health.
Yeah.
With Baron buff. And he just goes in like 3 shots.
To Loot's credit, he did manage to kill him in return.
He did.
The last sapling was just a little bit too much.
Yes. Anyway, we are going to see Chuffer here, waiting for his... I don't even know what he's waiting for. He's just waiting for his teammate to show up.
Waiting for his opportunity to split push somewhere.
Ooh, barely dodging that there. Oh, wow. I thought I was going to hit that hook, but just a little bit, an extra link in that chain probably would have done it there, I think.
As we can see as well, it's Pastry Time's finished off 6 items here. Gone for that Zephyr over the Infinity Edge. Not sure whether that was a conscious decision. Of course, Infinity Edge very strong on the Twitch, but he wants that maneuverability and, of course,
oh, here comes T-Gun. He's going in for...
Oh, he's actually landed the Deathmark onto Loot, but he's got no follow-up damage.
Goodness.
That's not going to be enough to finish them off. And T-Gun now in a lot of trouble. Takes the Len, but Loot manages to get the last
Pastry Time.
Pastry Time in a very awkward position. Manages to get a kill on Sapphire, but probably not worth it at this stage. trading AD carry for support. And Flying Jew now is definitely going to fall. Little Cutie Cheese sees his mate, but goes, nah, buddy, I'm not coming in there.
Yeah.
As the sapling
I'm
comes
surprised
down
he
to
didn't
try
go
and
in,
get
to be
some
honest with you.
consolation damage.
I thought he'd be like, yeah, I can get a kill here. Actually, Merkinen's getting very close to him. And he just hit that. He's got to be careful because he might turn around here. But
These bouncing bombs are starting to do so much damage out of Mirko.
Now, every player in this game is playing really well, to be honest with you. And they're all getting crazy amounts of damage.
really well.
Except for T-Gun. He's not really getting... I'm kidding. T-Gun's playing well as well.
Hopefully he's not watching.
Hopefully he's not watching. Yes, don't watch the VODs, T-Gun. We're going to have this mid-turret going down inhibitor as well, actually. So
Yeah, first inhibitor of the game actually being taken down. This is the first look that we're going to have at Super Creeps as well, isn't it?
yeah, I believe we are. The blue super creeps should start spawning. They, just for reference, they do look different from the red ones, so slight little thematic difference. Actually, is this going to be the end of the game? Like this?
They've taken down an
Oh,
extra here,
Chuffer's
but
in.
look at Chuffer. He's finally decided to come back and be a member of the team. He does fall down, but look at the health bars of Jaren and Meltix. T-Gun comes through with his home guards on. He's going to be able to take down the last couple of kills. And now there's 4 members of our Riot team dead.
I was just like, oh, let's just casually talk about super creeps, and then, oh, they're about to win the game. And, oh, no, they're about to not win the game.
Yeah, don't worry about it. False alarm, false alarm.
Counter push happening. Should have a super mini in this next wave, which make it a bit harder for our protein to push. We've still got like 40 seconds on his death timer, so they should be able to get an inhibitor. See that super minion right there. Oh, for the half second that lived.
The things I'm really impressed with here is the amount of triple-double scores that we've got going on here. We've got 10, 10, 11 on T-Gun now. All double digits. 17, 12, 13 on Jaren on this volley bear. He's been getting around everywhere. Dying, killing, assisting. Sever in a lot of trouble. Does have that Soul Shackles pop. He's going to go down. That's going to be extra time picking up the ace, and that's going to be an inhibitor going down as well. Is our pro team going to be able to finish it off right here? We've got death timers at about 10 seconds here on our Riot team. They want to be able to get back onto this rift and really try and fight this one back, but that's a second inhibitor going down, and T-Gun's working on the inhibitor turret in the bottom lane. Mirko is up. He's coming through to try and stop them from getting on here. Jaren comes in, does have the home guards. There's Mirko getting taken down so low. Little Cutie Cheese picks up that kill, but is forced to flash the heck out of here. True Shot Barrage does come through on top for a little bit of follow-up damage, and the Rolling Thunder does fall off.
What are you doing?
Little Cutie Cheese just wants to sacrifice himself for the good of the colony there, I think.
He's like, I can kill Loot. I bet I can. And
Pastry Time!
Invisible.
He has the ambush on, and he's backing. That was very cute.
Very cheeky from him.
Yep, cheeky little rat there.
They do get
to
two
back to
inhibitors
base.
out of that. So now we've got the mid lane sort of being a bit even, but this top lane is going to be pushing for our pro team here. And Chuffer's here. Loot just, I bet he peed himself a little bit just then. But,
No, I think he did. I think he did actually.
It's just like this Riven's coming at me. This Riven not doing as well as it could have. It's 7, 13, and 9.
Oh, he's all about scaling up to that late game, though. He doesn't really mind as long as he gets a bit of farm here and there as our Super Creeps are battling each other here in the middle lane.
Yeah, we're going to push forward here. This is actually a bit of a scary point. See the Super Creeps right there. Oh, wow.
Oh, Chuffer in on his own in the back line. Luke going to pick up that kill. That was a little bit unfortunate. Didn't quite manage to get anything for that.
No, he's just... Chuffer is playing...
I think he was testing the waters.
Playing like a bit of a ham god there. He's just like...
ham god.
See champion, kill champion. So...
Yep.
Oh, well, it's currently 3 versus 5, actually. The Riders have a bit of an advantage. We do have the Maokai just respawning now, so...
Yeah, right, pulling back in the kill score as well. 6,000 gold is the lead for our pro team, but at this point in the game with 80,000 gold odd. As the fight does break out, the ultimate does come down. Pastry Time picks up Jaren really, really quickly. The Soul Shackles comes through. Meltix is in a lot of trouble. T-Gun takes down Loot. We've got Pastry Time still alive, above half health. Finger Inferno Bomb comes through, takes down Little Cutie Cheese, and gets a lot of damage down onto everyone else as well. Pastry Time is still alive, though, and that's the one you've really got to worry for. This is the late-game Twitch, the monstrous carry. Sepher in a lot of trouble. There's the Venomous. Oh, nice on his Hourglass from Sepher, but there's the last bit of damage coming through. Master Merkin. There's the Death Sentence landing, but Flying Jew's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he's not going to... Oh, wait, T-Gun's coming. He's got home guard boots.
He is home guarding into Merkin's face. Mirko's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Does he have flash? Yes, he's going to flash over the wall. And I think probably lead T-Gun on a bit of a wild goose chase here. He's hiding in this brush. No wards here for the pro team. Oh, now he's spotted him out, though. Chuffer's here as well.
Oh, he's gone.
Mirko gets around the corner. Oh. Desperation Zonya's.
It's like, I got no other plays. Let's hit that Zonya's button.
And Chuffer just hanging out. Waits for a second and then finishes him off.
That's a delayed ace. Well, yeah, they do get the ace there, but we're going to have some respawns happening now. Loot does pop up in a few seconds. But that whole fight happened because Master Merkin was a little bit late there. He did throw that bomb, but it was at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
needs to get in there, needs to throw those bombs to really help the Riot team out here to help get a victory.
If he had a little bit more damage, though, that could have been 3 kills just outright.
Could have been, yeah. He hit a lot of people. He's been doing really well with those ults, to be fair.
Yeah, his Mega Inferno bombs have been fantastic this game. As we can see, there are super creeps streaming into our Riot
Oh,
base,
hits Meltix.
Yeah, Meltix is in a bit of trouble. True Shot Barrage comes through, gets blocked by a Banshee's Veil or two there as well. As Meltix does pop the Dominus, wants to get as much damage down to these creeps as he can.
Gets hooked again, man.
Yeah,
Flying Jew
is fantastic at these death sentences. And all of our Riot team now coming through. Pastry Time finishes off the last inhibitor, and this could be the end here for our Riot team. They fought so valiantly, but things are just looking way too difficult here as Chuffer, with that gigantic shield, he's got his ultimate popped here as well, but as you can see, he's going down very low. He might be the first one to fall, but no, it's Jaren who goes down. Meltix follows as well. Pastry Time is unstoppable. Look at that rat-a-tat-tat coming through with so much damage.
Oh, wow.
Mirko's going to go down. Blade of the Ruined King's going to help Pastry Time finish that one off. And they're going to have to tank up these turrets and possibly take down this Nexus. Those pro teams, in the end, managing to pick up the victory, but that was so close. And look at the score, 57 to 63. We were looking for some action, and we got it, Benji.
We definitely got it. I don't think anyone expected that game to be that close, to be honest with you. A lot of kills, over 100 kills in that game. Man, that was crazy.
That was ridiculously well played by a lot of our riders as well. I mean, I wasn't necessarily expecting that level of play, but I think it's the updated map that really brings it out in them. They want to prove that, you know, yes, we've got this.
Absolutely. So we're going to take a short break now, and what we're going to do next is we're going to pull in one of our pro players and have a quick chat with them and just get a few of their thoughts on the updated Summoner's Rift, and hopefully answer some of you guys' questions if you are thinking along the same lines as them. So we're back in about 2 minutes, so don't go anywhere.
At the in-development update to Summoner's Rift that we're about to push to the PBE. We're not finished yet, and we'll keep you updated on the team's hard work in the months to come. But right now, let's show you where we're headed.
Welcome back, guys. I'm here with T-Gun, one of our pro players. I thought I'd bring him on camera, ask him a few questions about what he thinks of the updated Summoner's Rift. My first question is about this spawn, obviously, now at the start of the game. You've got that 15 seconds where you stay near the fountain. What do you think about that change? Is it big?
It's big for solo queue. Obviously, in competitive, you watch the LCS, they're out of the gates in 3 seconds. They bought everything they need. For solo queue, people that have slower computers, people that are indecisive, they get a little grace period so that when they leave the fountain, the enemy isn't already in their jungle.
Sure. My next question is actually regarding the walls. Obviously, on the updated Summoner's Rift, obviously new textures and stuff. Is it still the same map? Can you still flash the same walls?
Short answer, yeah. Everything is exactly the same. You can flash every wall. You're going to fail to flash the bigger walls. It's just a lot more clear. You're going to know when you can flash, when you can't flash, which means you won't see those spectacularly bad flashes where someone just gets really, really punished, which for some people is going to be an unwelcome update, but for me, it's great. It's good.
That's good. My third question, actually, something I spoke to you about before you played on the map was the updated Baron and Dragon. What do you think about these fights now that you have played on the updated map?
It's a seamless transition for Dragon from the current map, the existing map, to the updated map. When you're higher level, you're just going to burn them down. When you have items, you're just going to burn them down. You're not going to notice the small things, like when you activate Dragon, there's a very small knockback, or the Victor laser coming from him, where it's just a straight line damage, which isn't really that bad. And it means that for Diamond players, for Challenger players, they're going to be able to dodge all this avoidable damage, which means going into the fight, they're going to take it in riskier situations. Much like Baron, there's obviously no attacks from Baron, like you can't stand behind him in the pit. It just means that all the avoidable damage is going to be avoided by better players, meaning it'll be taken in riskier situations, so making for a more dynamic game.
Cool. And my last question for you, there's been a lot of talk about the camera angle change. Now that you've actually played the map, you've experienced it, what do you think about it?
I knew going into this that the camera angle had been changed, and I was looking for it. I was actively trying to notice it, and it's really subtle. There's no real big change. So for everyone playing, it's going to look exactly like the existing map.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much for answering my questions, and thank you, viewers, for tuning in. I hope you'll catch you next time.